Martin Short faces summer's #1 news show.
I've won many Emmys and a Tony.
Locusts.
Well, you always have that Tony to fall back on.
New password tomorrow on NBC.
Capital One College Bowl.
I'm pumped up.
All right, pace yourself, bro. Rival colleges competing for $1 million in scholarships. I'm your host, Quiz Show King.
No comment.
Capital One College Bowl, Fridays this fall on NBC.
Later, Jimmy Fallon welcomes Demi Lovato. NBC Tonight.
On our broadcast tonight, a new opportunity for local in-home child care providers. We'll hear how a grant is giving them a hand up.
Plus, a boat caught on fire on Lake Tomahawk today. We'll take a look at the charred remains.
And a local humane society says it's the perfect time to adopt. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. News Watch 12 at 10 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 10. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. Child care workers across the region are getting some much needed help.
The North Central Wisconsin Workforce Development Board has about $250,000 in grant money dedicated for in-home providers. News Watch 12's Michael Lodholtz has the details.
I've been doing child care for about 10 years. I've always wanted to do my own business and work with children. And my dreams came true.
Amanda Engstrom of Rhinelander has followed her passion in life to serve the children of northern Wisconsin. She says it is a tough industry with little financial gain, but appreciates the help from a recent Wisconsin-based grant.
There's a huge demand out there for childcare, so this definitely helps.
Part of the funds from the Worker Advancement Initiative grant are now being used to increase childcare slots in the area. Grant coordinator Elsa Duransu says the funds are to help unregulated providers become regulated.
It's hard. It's confusing. It's difficult. There are so many resources that people don't know is out there. That's really one of the biggest problems.
The grant helps providers gain necessary training, fix safety issues in their houses, and provide business advice.
Everyone is different, and these are their homes, and how they've opened up their homes to an educational space for kids it's wild.
In-home providers across the central and northern part of the state interested in this assistance should reach out to Duransu at ncwwdb.org. This grant has helped Amanda keep her dream alive and work with her kids every day.
The best part of my day is being able to be with the kids and teach them what they need to learn about their own needs and their ability to learn.
In Rhinelander, Michael Lodholtz, Newswatch 12.
It was a beautiful day throughout the Northwoods.
Not sure if that's going to last, though. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff?
Yeah, hey, Jessica and Dan. Temperatures today up near 80, and gosh, it felt comfortable, right? 79 in Rhinelander, 80 in Stevens Point, 82 in Wausau, typical warm spot. But overall, a very nice day. Some cloud cover later in the day. Tomorrow, we have some changes on the way. Right now, temperature-wise, we're at 60 in Rhinelander, 61 for Antigo, 67 still in Wapaka. We'll have low temperatures tonight down near 55 or so, and then tomorrow back up near 79 or 80, but then, yeah, big changes for Thursday. Looking outside now, there are a couple high clouds out there. There's a system to the west of us across the Duluth area with some rain showers there fading away, but still a couple cloudy areas out there across north central Wisconsin. Those will linger for a couple more hours. Now, the problem with that is there is a pretty good chance of seeing northern lights tonight with a value of 3 out of 5. So if you're looking north after midnight, they may be out later on tonight. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy skies for a couple hours and low temperatures down near 55. Your full forecast coming up. Jessica and Dan.
Thank you, Jeff. The Marathon County Sheriff's Office is investigating a crash between a motorcycle and UTV in Brighton. The crash happened this afternoon at the intersection of Highway 13 and Kington Road, which is just south of Colby. Authorities say 2 people on a motorcycle were ejected and taken to a local hospital. The extent of their injuries are unknown. The people on the UTV were not injured. The Sheriff's Office closed the area and rerouted traffic for a few hours.
A boat caught on fire on Lake Tomahawk today. Here's a video sent in by Jacob Welch. The speedboat was fully engulfed in flames around 4 p.m. on Lake Tomahawk. A lot of nearby boaters looked on. The boat was near the shore on the north side of Lake Tomahawk. And now here's a picture of what the boat looks like now. An engine malfunction caused the fire, and we're going to move on to the next story here.
A 77-year-old man has died after falling 70 feet from a raised drawbridge in downtown Milwaukee on Monday. The medical examiner's report says Richard Dujardin and his wife were walking across the drawbridge when it began to rise up. She was further ahead of him, and he tried to catch up, but he did not make it. Dujardin tried to grab onto the side rail, but he lost his grip and fell. The bridge is controlled remotely by the Department of Public Works. Bridge operators have 2 cameras to monitor the bridge and have to check both before they lift it up.
Wisconsin looks to be the nation's leading cranberry producer again. Wisconsin's cranberry growers are expecting a solid 2022 crop at 5.2 million barrels. This means Wisconsin will likely remain the largest cranberry producing state, and the forecast marks the 28th year that Wisconsin has led the nation in cranberry production. Wisconsin annually produces more than 50% of the world's supply. Wisconsin's cranberry harvest typically begins in late September and runs until mid-October.
Lincoln Hills is a juvenile prison near Merrill. It's faced a lot of controversy over the years for the living conditions of inmates. A movement to close Lincoln Hills is one step further after today. A big sticking point was where to have the next state juvenile prison. Today, Wisconsin's Joint Committee on Finance approved the necessary funding to modernize 2 facilities in the Milwaukee area. Representative Evan Goke says facilities will be able to provide more resources and rehabilitative programming for youth. The facilities will also be much closer to most of the inmates' communities and support systems.
The YMCA of the Northwoods is offering free memberships for 6th grade students for the upcoming school year. Students will have access to the whole facility and be able to do activities such as open swimming and open gym. Tammy Zellmer of the Y is the youth development coordinator. She says this initiative is a wonderful opportunity for students in Oneida County.
It's definitely an important time for transitions. You know, youth are starting to develop their sense of self, try and find some autonomy, gain some independence, and offering a safe place for youth to do that is just really important to me.
The YMCA of the Northwoods is the first Y in the state of Wisconsin to offer this type of membership opportunity. Memberships can start as early as their first day of 6th grade and will end August 31st, 2023. For more information on this, you can visit ymcaofthenorthwoods.org.
The Wausau Police and Fire Departments held a cook-off today on Wausau's downtown 400th block. It's meant as a thank you to the community. Patrol Officer Ross Austin says through many issues brought up nationally involving police, it's nice to see strong support from the community he and other officers call home.
Everyone's happy to be here. Everyone's, just coming over, talking. It's brats and hamburgers are the main course today. Chips, cookies, all that.
The cookout was held during the lunchtime rush from 11 to 1. The departments wish to tell everyone thank you for their continued support of the police and firefighters.
Local Humane Society is full of cats and kittens right now. For August, a feline adoption could cost as little as $5. The United County Humane Society is holding their annual summer adoption special. The society receives more cats around this time of the year. Amanda Hayden is the executive director, and she's excited to give cats new homes.
That we try to do this at least once a year. There are certain things that happen. Like sometimes we'll get an influx of cats that will prompt an extra $5 adoption event or $25 kitten event, but we try to do it at least once a year.
Hayden says the cats are microchipped, vaccinated, and adopters will be given a voucher for a spay or neuter appointment. The summer adoption special will end on August 31st. For more information, you can visit the Humane Society's website, ochspets.org.
Mercer's Library is making it a bit easier for residents to use the internet. The library now has wireless hotspots available for checkout. These 4G hotspots were provided by a grant from the Emergency Connectivity Fund and can be checked out for 4 days at a time. The hotspots are the latest addition to Mercer's Library of Things. Feel free to stop by and see what else you can borrow.
The U.S. is shifting its response to the COVID-19 pandemic.
And airlines are bracing for more issues amid another shortage. That's after weather right here on Newswatch 12.
I'm a mom of 4 kids. We have 1 in high school, a toddler, and our latest addition, 7-month-old twins. I can appreciate the impacts of inflation. DC liberals just keep spending. All that money isn't free, and families are paying the price. Senator Ron Johnson is fighting to help Wisconsin families. He voted against reckless spending that caused inflation and to cut waste in Washington. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to keep fighting to stop the spending and hold D.C. liberals accountable.
Olson Solar Energy would like to thank everyone who has trusted us with their local solar installations. And to those of you still considering solar, give us a call to set up a free evaluation and get your project booked in 2022. Discover the benefits of a lower or no energy bill and take advantage of federal tax credits. The time is now. Go green, save green with Olson Solar Energy.
Remember as a kid, if you could dream it, you could do it? Well, you still can. Now during the Ford Summer Supercharged sales event. Simply lock in your order on select Ford vehicles and we'll lock in your rate. Even if rates go up before your order comes in, you're protected. That's how Ford is supercharging your summer. Now place your order and lock in an annual percentage rate of 2.9% for 60 months on select Ford vehicles.
I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman who helped build a great Wisconsin company and created thousands of jobs. Tony Evers, Joe Biden, they're two peas in a pod. Both career politicians and way over their head, failing the country and the state of Wisconsin. That's why I'm running. We need to have strong, proven executive leadership in Madison that can get things done and make this state as great as it can be.
Making sure progress toward fall. Today was the last day. Sunrise was before 6 o'clock, and tomorrow or Thursday is going to be the first day that sunrise or sunset is before 8 o'clock. So there we go. Today, though, lots of sunshine out there. Temperatures back up near 80 across much of the area. Most of us got stuck in the upper 70s, but who cares? It's a beautiful day out there today. Low humidity, lots of sunshine. Tomorrow is going to be a changing day for us. Look at the highs today, though. 79 in Rhinelander. The average high is 78. 81 for Green Bay, 82 Wapaka, so 80s across central Wisconsin. We earned after last weekend, but again, changes in the air as we do have a wet system on the way for us later in the week. The average high is 78, the average low being 53, the record low 38 back in 1979, and the sun set earlier 804. Precipitation-wise, so you know, we are above average for the year, and we're going to add to this as we have a very wet system on the way, a slow-moving wet system that'll likely bring us several days of rainfall beginning late tomorrow night, lingering through Thursday and Friday and Saturday, and probably into Sunday morning. Right now, temperatures are at 60 in Rhinelander, 63 for our Merrill area. It's going to be a nice evening with low temperatures generally in the mid-50s. There could be a little bit of dense fog early tomorrow morning. But going forward, temperature-wise, 78 tomorrow, so back up near 80, 77 for Thursday. Okay, we got it. 74 Friday, then we're going to hang out there for a while. So generally, below average or slightly below average temperatures into the weekend and into next week as well. Looking outside right now, lots of clear skies earlier gave way to some cloud cover. There's some high clouds out there now blowing off storms that are in parts of Minnesota currently. Now these are bumping into some really dry air across Wisconsin, and notice how they're falling apart very quickly, but still some clouds will be out there tonight into early parts of tomorrow. And then beyond that, looking pretty good because this system here is falling apart as it goes to our north, but behind it, this one is hot on its heels. This one is the one that's going to sit and spin over us for a couple of days beginning tomorrow night and then lingering through Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, probably into Sunday as well. Our heaviest rain most likely Thursday into Friday, and then again maybe over the weekend on Saturday into Sunday. I know. So if you are a fan of watching Northern Lights, you can see tonight there could be a pretty good chance of it if we can get the clouds out of here with a value of 3 out of 5 projected. There is some energy coming toward Earth that could give us the Northern Lights tonight. All right, so our forecast then tomorrow, we're talking about temperatures reaching for 80 again, most likely stopping just short under partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies tomorrow. For the south, same story. We're talking about highs near 80 with low humidity again tomorrow and some sunshine through the afternoon. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, low temperatures down near 55, and a calm wind could give us some dense fog really late tonight. For tomorrow, it's Wednesday already. Increasing clouds throughout the day. Highs near 78. A couple of you could do 80 with a southwest breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow, very nice day. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to get wet. Widespread showers and storms with high temperatures generally in the low to mid 70s. Jessica and Dan.
Thank you, Jeff. COVID-19 is striking close to President Biden again as the First Lady has now tested positive for the virus.
This news comes as the Biden administration now plans to move past the acute emergency phase of the pandemic. According to the U.S. government, they will stop buying vaccines, treatments, and tests for COVID-19 as early as this fall. Right now, the government is working through regulatory issues, market issues, and equity issues.
My hope is that in 2023, you're going to see the commercialization of almost all of these products. Some of it is actually going to begin this fall, in the days and weeks ahead.
The White House says updated boosters designed to fight off the BA4 and BA5 subvariants of the virus will be available early to mid-September. Officials are urging people to get the new boosters as soon as they are available.
A shortage of highly trained air traffic controllers is causing issues for travelers. The problem is too many controllers are calling out sick. The FAA says it was an isolated case and not organized. Since Memorial Day weekend, aviation company FlightAware reports 23% of U.S. flights have been delayed on average of 52 minutes. 2.3% of flights were canceled. Nearly every airline is trimming their schedules this fall and winter to avoid a repeat of summer meltdowns. But Americans Pilot Union warns it may not be enough.
We are very concerned about the upcoming winter holiday season, and we're already looking at next summer.
Going into Labor Day, airfares have soared 23% since last year.
The Milwaukee Brewers were in action tonight, hoping to strap a 2-game losing streak. Griffin Stroin is in next with those highlights.
Plus, today's Packers practice was a bit more crowded than usual. Those stories and more coming up next in sports.
In his Wisconsin, teens can buy AR-15s. But laws that stop domestic abusers from getting guns won't happen here. Our taxes could go up $500 million, and we help fund Milwaukee private schools while our public schools go broke. And fake election investigations?
Was the election rigged? Was the election stolen?
They go on forever. That's Tim Michael's radical divisive agenda. But we don't have to take it, because it's not his Wisconsin, it's yours.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with U.S. Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At U.S. Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
U.S. Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Oh, boy, would you look at that field goal he kicked right there?
That looks fantastic. Boy, it looks like you need to stop at Tamaha Furniture and Guns.
Furniture and guns?
Now, they've got everything you need at great prices. Recliners, sofas, mattresses.
And guns?
The Minocqua Dragon Boat Festival roars against cancer on August 20th. Register at Team Now for a day of fun at Torpy Park on Lake Minocqua. No experience needed, all equipment provided. Build your team of friends and family or represent your favorite business or organization.
Kick off your Labor Day Crandon World Championship weekend with a chance to win a Pro-Lite race truck ride with Crandon champion driver Christopher Pavarni and many more prizes. Enter the Ride with a Champion sweepstakes at WJFW.com.
Coming up on your Wednesday, we'll have the Northwoods Young Professionals here to visit.
All right, and chances for storms move in just in time for Tuesday, but their daily chances all the way through the weekend. More when you tune in on your Wednesday.
Sports Watch 12 with Griffin Stroing starts now.
The Brewers need to start winning, and they need to do it now. They're 2 games back in both the NL Central and for the final spot in the wild card race. Brandon Woodruff on the mound tonight as they take on the LA Dodgers, and he's going to get some early run support here in the first inning. Willie Adames That's crushed to deep right center field and gone. A 2-run shot. But then enter the 5th inning and he'd get into trouble. Woodruff is going to give up this home run to Mookie Betts, and that's going to tie the game at 2 apiece. Now, in the bottom half of the inning, though, Christian Yelich says, you know what, I'm going to take that lead right back. Destroys that baseball, his first home run since early July, puts them up 3-2. But then in the 7th inning, Chris Taylor is going to tie this game with a solo shot of his own. This game's actually still going on. It just entered extra innings, tied at 3 apiece. Packers practice will be a lot more crowded this week. The team is hosting joint practices with their Friday opponents, the New Orleans Saints. Many people call this time of year joint practice season because multiple teams throughout the NFL are partaking. Now, while these practices are great for multiple reasons, coaches do worry that fights could potentially break out between the two teams. So to try and prevent that today, head coach Matt LaFleur and Dennis Allen decided there wasn't going to be any one-on-one drills. And hey, it worked out for them. No skirmishes. Instead, it was just a great practice that gave both teams a different person to hit during drills.
It's a great opportunity, like I mentioned before. It's much more controlled. I also think just getting a different look is important because a lot of these, it sounds like there's a lot of game planning that's going on, prior to these practices. So it really forces you to hone in on your rules and follow your rules as a player.
It was a great challenge for the offensive unit. They had to go against a Saints defense that has a number of Pro Bowl players. And according to their quarterback, they had an okay showing.
I thought we threw it pretty good. Had some opportunities. A lot of mental errors, a lot of pre-snap penalties. So it's kind of been the theme of camp. Simple plays, we're messing up. So it's good to do it against another team. I like the energy from the first unit, but a lot of mental mistakes.
Rodgers and the offense will hope to correct those before this Friday's game. It's the first and only home preseason game for the Green and Gold. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. this Friday. And the Nicolas Cage joke lives on at Packers training camp. Today we saw that Rodgers has a bust of the actor's head in his locker. He says that it was just sent to him with no name or message. Of course, at the very beginning of training camp, Rodgers entered as Nicolas Cage in the movie Con Air. Who knows how long that bust will stay in Green Bay, but it for sure provided a good laugh today. It is finally official. The Wisconsin football team will enter the season ranked as the 18th best team in the nation. And they could have been a little bit higher if people were more confident in their pass game. It's no secret that the Badgers struggled throwing the football last season. They were the 120th best passing offense, and they are losing their top 3 pass catchers. Now, new offensive coordinator Bobby Engram is making some improvements, but there is still a lot of room to grow.
We're in camp, and there's times when you feel like we are making progress, and then there's just times where we gotta take advantage of this camp because it's not where we want to be. That applies to the passing game. It also applies to everything we're doing.
We are only 18 days away from the season opener. The Badgers will be at Camp Randall hosting Illinois State. It's going to be a night game kickoff at 6 p.m. I sure will be jumping around once college football is here.
Thanks, Griffin. A major piece of legislation became law today.
Coming up on Newswatch 12, we'll hear about the Inflation Reduction Act and what it means for Medicare patients.
The sun is setting on Toyota's national sales event. Wait, they have until September 6th.
Get 1.9% APR for 48 months on Toyota's most popular 2022 models. Toyota, let's go places.
Everything here is American made.
But it's tough competing with China.
Ron Johnson's making it tougher. Johnson pushed for special tax breaks for outsourcing corporations.
But voted against tariffs and sanctions on China's unfair trade practices.
And when Johnson's big corporate PAC donor announced plans to create jobs outside Wisconsin, he defended them.
It's not like we don't have enough jobs here in Wisconsin. The biggest problem.
Senator Johnson, stop making it tougher on us.
Hi, I'm Scott.
I'm Allie.
And this is our family from Shoulders RV and Marine.
If this year's taught us anything, we believe it's taught us we need to get back to the good old days of enjoying the outdoors, camping, boating, and buying from small businesses. Here at Shoulders RV and Marine, we happen to check all of those boxes. Next time you're in the market for a dock or lift, boat, camper, power sports, or nearly anything outdoors, sales, rentals, parts, or service,
We'd love you to think of us.
Shoulders RV and Marine, across from Menards, Rhinelander.
Saturday, August 27th, Ho Chunk Gaming Wittenberg presents Journey former lead vocalist Steve Augeri. Live under the stars, Steve Augeri. Doors open at 6, show starts at 8. Don't miss Steve Augeri. Exclusively at Ho Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Must be 21 or over to attend.
Looking to add warmth to your home with a new gas, wood, pellet, or electric unit? Look no further than Trapper's Fireplace Gallery in Eagle River, carrying the best selection from Heat and Glow, Quadrifire, Simplifier, and Vermont castings. From complete installs to service to maintenance, we have you covered. From the Dahlquist family you've trusted for over 50 years, visit their showroom, Trapper's Fireplace Gallery in downtown Eagle River. Welcome to the family.
The sun is setting on Toyota's national sales event. Wait, they have until September 6th.
Get 1.9% APR for 48 months on Toyota's most popular 2022 models. Toyota, let's go places.
The president signed into law the Inflation Reduction Act today.
It's expected to reduce the federal deficit by tens of billions of dollars and make massive investments in climate, tax, and healthcare policy. This law allows the federal government to negotiate on prescription drugs, a major change that could lead to significant cost reductions. In 2026, Medicare will only be able to address costs for 10 drugs, but over time that will increase to 20 drugs. Also, insulin prices for Medicare patients will be capped at $35 per month starting in November.
Today offers further proof that the soul of America is vibrant, the future of America is bright, and the promise of America is real and just beginning.
That inflation cap going into effect in January. The Inflation Reduction Act is the biggest thing the U.S. has ever done to tackle climate change. Senate Democrats say these investments will be enough to cut climate pollution by roughly 40%. The policies overall aim to push American consumers and industry away from fossil fuels. The biggest share of funding goes to tax credits and rebates for a host of renewable technologies, such as solar panels, wind turbines, heat pumps, energy efficiency, and electric vehicles.
A significant milestone for people with hearing loss. Hearing aids will soon be available over the counter. This comes because of an executive order by Joe Biden. Starting in October, people with hearing impairment can buy certain hearing aids from stores or online for less money. The FDA just finalized a rule to make it happen, and it's a big deal. Health experts say hearing loss is extremely common, but insurance doesn't always cover hearing aids, and they cost a lot of money.
The most high-profile Republican critic to Donald Trump has lost her House seat. Liz Cheney was defeated in her attempt to win re-election in Wyoming this evening. Cheney voted to impeach Trump after the January 6th riot. She was then vice chair of a committee investigating the attack on the Capitol. Despite the loss this evening, the daughter of former Vice President Dick Cheney is vowing to remain active in national politics going forward, and is reportedly considering a 2024 presidential bid.
The most visited national park is adding new parking fees. Starting March 1st, vehicles parked at Great Smoky Mountains National Park for longer than 15 minutes will need a tag. It will cost $5 for a day pass or $15 for a 7-day pass. The National Park Service says it's also banning roadside parking in popular areas like trailheads. The new program is called Park It Forward, and funds will help cover park costs. We'll be back with one final look at weather.
Visit Menards Lighting showroom and find your style with Patriot Lighting ceiling fans. Update the look of your home and cool off, all while reducing energy costs year-round. We carry a great selection of styles and finishes of ceiling fans, so you're sure to find the look that's right for you. Save today with 11% off all Patriot Lighting ceiling fans. View all of our lighting options now on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards. I'm Mandela Barnes. People like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar,
They're bringing big, bold ideas to Capitol Hill.
Radical ideas funded by the taxpayers.
Free public higher education. We need an immigration system that says that no human being is illegal. We can start by making sure that immigrants have access to driver's licenses and in-state college tuition.
And guess who's going to pay for all that? Wisconsin Truth Pack is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At Len's Truck, we've made the buying experience fast and easy. All our trucks are guaranteed clean, certified, can be bought hassle-free online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. And when you buy a Len's Truck, know that you're buying the best used truck money can buy. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to lenstruck.com. Len's Truck.
Oh, wow. Packer scratch games are back, and there's a chance to win 2 season tickets for 2 years?
Piggies in a blankie.
Thank you.
Wisconsin Lottery Packers scratch games are back with instant cash prizes and a bonus drawing for 2 Packer season tickets for 2 years. With prizes this exciting, everything feels like an opportunity for a big play. Available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
All right, go Pack Go, man.
I absolutely feel that Tiger Lily is getting a great education with RVA. She is challenged and she's not bored. She enjoys her classwork.
I love the teachers. The teachers are the best part. My teachers are very friendly and they're easy to reach out to when you need help with an assignment. The teachers are always there when you need help.
What I love about RVA is the flexibility first, but second is that Tiger Lily is so happy with this school, with her teachers, and with what she's learning. It's awesome.
Huge equipment auction, Eagle River, Wisconsin. John Deere loader, skid steer, Coyote tractors, snowmobiles, trailers, deck boat, zero-turn mower, and more. Contact Brass at St. Louis Auctions for more details.
All right, I did want to show everyone at home the charred remains of this boat. So this boat caught on fire earlier today in Lake Tomahawk. No official statement from the fire department yet, so we will hear from them tomorrow, hopefully. And let's bring it back to here, because I was on a bike ride in Pine Lake today, you guys, and I saw a very interesting sign. So let's take a look at that. There is organic and gluten-free firewood for sale. Can you believe it? They've really changed the game on this one.
What does that even mean?
So, yeah, what makes it
I was on
organic?
my bike ride, and it's, you know, it's organic, comes from the woods. There's no chemicals in it, and it's gluten-free. There's no, like...
Aren't most trees organic?
But are also they're in the woods.
Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, this is interesting.
Can I just do weather? Can we take graphics? Temperatures. Hey, 60 out there right now. It's very comfortable. Lows mid-50s tonight. A couple of showers to the west of us.
Is it gluten-free outside?
It's gluten-free. It'll stay there to the west, dry air across Wisconsin now. But there could be some rain showers entering the picture late tomorrow night, about this time tomorrow night. And we're going to get wet Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, off and on showers and storms with temperatures in the 70s. And yes, stay in that forecast. Is gluten-free.
What about organic?
And organic.
Okay.
Well, that's all the time we have. Have a great night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
I don't even know what that is.
I think it's...
Tired of Washington politicians not working for you? We've got a solution. With 3 easy payments of $1 million, Ron Johnson will work for you. Just ask these billionaires. They donated a fortune to Johnson, and he delivered a $215 million tax break for them. That's right, $215 million. Johnson even threw in a tax break for himself. Don't miss this opportunity. Call now. DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
It's time to amp up the fun at your local Ford dealer. The summer Supercharged sales event is here. So stop by your Ford dealer today and check out great offers on select Ford vehicles. Then discover how Ford can take your summer to a whole new level. Choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge SUV and get 0% APR financing for 66 months.
It's Northwoods Furniture's sizzling summer sale going on now.
As the summer heats up, so do our sales. Find red-hot store-wide savings at both locations. We have it all. Beautiful furniture and mattresses to fit everyone's comfort and style. Save on select Sealy mattresses, Lazy Boy, and Flex Steel furniture, and more. Enjoy the summer sun, relaxing on quality Amish-built outdoor furniture, all on sale now. Hurry in for best selections. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress in Eagle River, celebrating 15 years in business.
At Big Valley Ford, we have a great selection of gently used trucks, SUVs, and cars. And we are ready to help you find the right vehicle to explore the Northwoods. Big Valley Ford is passionate about every vehicle that enters our service center, and our team of technicians are here to help with all of your service needs. Whether you are looking for a new or used vehicle or need to get your current ride back on the road, stop into Big Valley Ford in Ewan, Michigan, and